Hello everyone, this video is the last video in the series of videos I have made on the topic consent and free consent. We all know that free consent is an essential element of a valid contract, and in this video we are going to be taking a look at mistake. We all know that free consent is consent which is not caused by coercion, undue influence, fraud or mistake. This video is dedicated to mistakes and what they mean in a contract. So just to very briefly recap, an agreement is the basis of a contract. Two or more people are said to agree when they agree on the same thing in the same sense. That really is consensus. So consensus leads to agreement, which is the foundation of a contract. Now, according to Section 14 of the Indian Contract Act 1872, consent is said to be free when it is not caused by any of the following: coercion, undue influence, fraud, misrepresentation and mistake. So far I have explored the concepts of coercion and undue influence in one video. I have explained the difference between the two. Similarly, I have taken up the concepts of fraud and misrepresentation in another video, and I have explained the difference between the two. And in this video I'm going to be taking a look at the concept of mistake in a contract. Now, very simply put, a mistake is an erroneous belief concerning something. That is, it is a wrong belief, it is an error. We think it is true, but it is not. According to Section 20 of the Indian Contract Act 1872, where both parties to an agreement are under a mistake as to a matter of fact essential to the agreement is void. So wherever it is a material fact and there is a mistake regarding the understanding of parties to that particular agreement, then the agreement is said to be void. So now broadly, the types of mistakes are mistake of law and mistake of fact. Now mistake of law is it really does not make the agreement void. Everybody is presumed to have knowledge of the law of the land. So if you are living in India, you should know the law. Ignorance of law is not an excuse. And so ignorance of Indian law cannot be an excuse for a party to a contract. There can be a mistake in understanding and interpreting it, then that is a mistake. But of course, mistake as to foreign law, it is you really cannot know, or you are not expected to know the law of a foreign country, and so ignorance of foreign law is excusable. So both parties are under a mistake as to foreign law, the agreement is void. Now coming to mistake of fact, you can have a unilateral mistake or bilateral mistake. So it can be a mistake of only one party or it can be of both parties. Let's consider what we mean by mistake of fact, which are the types of mistakes of fact. So you can have a unilateral mistake or a bilateral mistake. Now unilateral mistake is a mistake of one party only, and generally a unilateral mistake will not affect the validity of the contract. And if somebody has an erroneous belief and he enters into a contract based on that, then he himself is responsible for the consequences. But in certain cases, which I will be discussing now, A unilateral mistake will make the contract voidable. A mistake as to the identity of the person. That is where the identity of the person is essential to the contract. So, if you want to hire somebody who is a skilled artist or a photographer who's working with a particular studio, if you just enter into a contract with the studio and don't specify that you want this particular artist or this particular photographer only, then you are responsible for that mistake. But if you specify that I want X as a photographer or Y as my designer, then if you have specified that, then the contract, if it does not include those people, it is considered to be vitiated. Then a mistake as to the nature of the transaction. Now this could be where something like this happens, that somebody signs a sale deed and it was represented to him that this was just an affidavit. Then in such a case, this person cannot be held liable for the sale deed because he signed that document based on an understanding that this was just meant to be an affidavit. So this is as far as unilateral mistakes go. Bilateral mistakes are of various types, where a bilateral mistake with regard to the subject matter of the contract, it affects the very implementation of the contract. It becomes void if this bilateral mistake relates to an essential fact. Now that depends on the parties, what is essential for them. The existence of the subject matter, that is if A enters into a contract with B to buy all the crops which B's farm will produce, and supposing B's farm was infested by insects and it did not produce anything, or they were burned down, or it was an orchard and it was burned down in a forest fire or something like that, then the very subject matter on the basis of which that contract was entered into, that is destroyed, it doesn't exist only. Identity of the subject matter, this is like A wants to sell his car and he has 4 cars. Now he wants to sell a particular car, supposing he wants to sell a Ford, but B always has had his eye on A's Mercedes, and when A says I want to sell my car, B thinks that he wants to sell the Mercedes and he agrees to buy that car. Then here the identity of the subject matter is, there is an error regarding that. Then quantity, where you need a certain quantity, and if you don't get that quantity, like you want 1,000 books for the library and you don't get them, or quality, that is you wanted a certain quality, supposing you have ordered computers for a lab and you wanted a certain configuration, then that quality is not existing in those computers which come to you, then it is obviously it will impact the quality. Then or the quality of performance. Then the mistake regarding the title of the subject matter. So if this happens in case of stolen goods, if you buy something which is stolen and you don't know it, it is going to be an erroneous understanding, because you thought that this person owns it and has a right to sell it to you. Then mistake as to price of subject matter. So if you decide that you're going to sell something for X amount, but the opposite party agrees to pay that amount. And if this contract is a written contract and somebody who's typing out the contract makes a mistake, then in the figures, then of course this becomes a mistake relating to the price, and that price may be critical for both parties. Mistake as to possibility of performance, that is this an example of this is if you expected that you're going to watch a match, or you were supposed to watch the performance of Michael Jackson and he passed away before that, so then that agreement becomes impossible to perform because you paid to watch that particular match, which was disrupted by, say, rain or adverse climatic conditions, or some riots or disturbance, political disturbance in that city. Or as in the case of Michael Jackson, he passed away before his last concert. And so these things make it impossible for the contract to take place. Okay, so what are the effects of a mistake? A contract becomes void in case the mistake is a bilateral mistake, which is essential, which is an essential fact. An agreement is void in case of a unilateral mistake where the identity of the contracting party, the person concerned, the party itself is wrong. A person who benefits must compensate one from whom he has received the benefit in case of a contract which has been executed on the basis of a mistake. And a person to whom money has been paid or any item has been delivered by mistake must pay the money back or return the item which has been wrongly delivered. Please don't forget to watch the other videos in the series on consent and free consent, coercion, undue influence, fraud, and misrepresentation to improve your understanding about free consent to a contract. Thank you.